Scizor, Talonflame, and LAIC Thundurus in Incarnate form won a Series E regulation regional championship at Peoria in the seniors division, and that senior actually commented on one of my videos giving the rental code, and I thought, you know what, let's try it out because we don't really see Scizor, Thundurus, or Talonflame anymore. Maybe it has something. Let's see how it's going to perform. This is a hyper-offensive team, the name of the game, to outspeed your opponent with priority, overwhelming them, or by dishing out a lot of damage under Tailwind. You have the Sword of Ruin Xianpao to help out all the physical attackers on the team, with Haste to help out in the Dondozo matchup. You have the Extreme Speed Dragonite with multi-scale because the team does lack a little bit of bulk, so it's really nice. It also pairs well with the Haze Xianpao because you could just haze away the Intimidate. Outrage is also incredibly strong with the Xianpao as well. You have Bullet Punch Scizor, which helps out against Fluttermane, and it does help out against like Water Ogerpon because you can hit it with X Scizor, maybe force him to Terra or not. You have the Water type Urshifu that of course hits through Protect, pairs well with Xianpao, which is always strong. Talonflame is a Pokemon we haven't really seen too much of in the format because of Tornadus, but it does have the option to go for Brave Bird, which is really nice to hit against Water Ogerpon or just Ogerpon in general. And helps out against Tornadus, can do quite a bit because Brave Bird, you outspeed Tornadus, you can Brave Bird KO it with the Sword of Ruin, and yeah, it would be pretty effective to deny opposing Tailwind, which is nice. And then you have Thundurus Incarnate for speed control with the Thunder Wave, Eerie Impulse for a bit of bulk measures, and the LAIC to help keep up the offensive pressure if Xianpao goes down early. If you'd like to check out the details of the team, make sure you check them out down below in the description, and huge thanks to Aidan for sharing the team. All right, we have the Fire Ogerpon, Ting-Lu, Glamora, Sinistra, Grimmsnarl, Dragonite. This is definitely a really unique team right here. Okay, how do I want to perform against this? Because Glamora, this probably means the game. There's probably gonna be T-spikes involved in this game, and I don't think I have a way to really stop that or prevent it, unfortunately. So yeah, we're probably just gonna have to deal with that throughout the game. I also don't know how I'm breaking through screens. I guess I do have the Dragonite that could put in some work here with the extreme speed on the Grim. I might have to lead it just to pressure it, unfortunately. I do have Eerie Impulse on the Thundurus. I do, right? Yeah, I do have Eerie Impulse. So I guess I could like try to slow down the Glim at least, but Mortal Spin's actually going to be pretty concerning. Trying to think here. I do like the Dragonite plus the, I think, our Urshifu lead. I think it's pretty strong here. I like Xianpao a lot against their team because it does have a lot of great priority usage. Then last Pokemon, Talonflame might not be bad. Scizor is pretty decent here. Both are pretty solid. Actually, maybe I don't need, no, I want Urshifu. Actually, do I need Dragonite? Maybe I don't need Dragonite. It's good though. It is good against their team. Ooh, this is tough. Like both of them are really solid here. I think I want to lean towards the Scizor in case of the Glamora getting out of hand. I don't think it's going to be the case, but we'll see. I mean, I have a lot of priority, which is really strong against their team, and I can probably shut down the Grim if I go for the extreme speed switch to Xianpao. Xianpao's really good offensively against their team too. I don't want to lead it specifically here because I want to see like what I'm reacting to. Gonna be the Grimmsnarl and the Dragonite on their side. Okay, so I lead the Urshifu plus the Dragonite here. And I have a few options I can go for, like extreme speed into, I kind of wish I let Scizor for Bullet Punch here, but still all right. I wonder if they would switch into Sinistra on a potential extreme speed, but I think I'm just going to try to go for the extreme speed right away here. And I'm going to go out in a Xianpao and try to do is get rid of that Grim. I just want to get rid of that Grim before Reflect goes up. I am sorry I hit my mic. I hope that didn't affect the audio too much, but yeah, Xianpao going to come out here. Let's find out. Sword of Ruin active on the field, which is going to affect both my Pokemon, but we'll see. Ooh, wait. They Terra first. Okay. If this is extreme speed in my own Dragonite, I guess that's considered. I mean, I do have multi-scale. It's actually Terra Fly under Dragonite, which is good to confirm. They might be Terra Blasting or Shifu, but I think that's probably okay. So they have a fast Dragonite. I'd imagine this is multi-scale. Like, I wouldn't see this being... Yeah, I just wouldn't see this being the, what's it called, the inner maybe it could be inner focus on this team too. I mean, multi-scale with screens would make a lot of sense, but who knows. Fake Out gonna come out. Ooh, what was into the Urshifu? All right, as I do go for the extreme speed into the Grimmsnarl, and I do pick up the knockout, so no screens. Fake Out came out, but What damage move is this coming into one of my mons? It's Terra Blast. This is going to hurt no matter what. It's going to tar it down. Chien-Pao I'm actually very happy with because I get to keep my multi-scale. So even though it like isn't the best, it's not the worst either. Like I'll gladly take the Chien-Pao going down. Although I guess I'm going to be really weak to Sinistra coming out later. Like I'd imagine this is a multi-scale Dragonite. Let me see. Do have the Urshifu. I do need Scizor preserved, I think, because I don't have the best ways to break through Sinistra anymore. I probably want to go out in Urshifu, I'd imagine here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go into the Urshifu here. Let's see who they decide to go out into next. Is it Sinistra? That is, I have no idea. That is Ogerpon, actually. Okay, so they can't Terra anymore. Makes it interesting. So extreme speed surging strikes would pick up some knockouts. Even Aqua Jet extreme speed like pretty much pins a lot of positions. I think I'm just gonna go for extreme speed. And are they gonna tar down the Urshifu? I do kind of have to get rid of that Ogerpon because it is a threat to Scizor. But it is concerning. I don't know who they're targeting. I think I'm going to extreme speed the Dragonite and I'm just going to detect. There's a chance Ogerpon goes for detect. Maybe it goes for follow me, which would be fine here. But I think they might want to prioritize their Urshifu. Urshifu is a massive threat to them. But we'll see. Extreme speed going to come out into the Dragonite. Hopefully does. Yeah, that is multi-scale. I think the next one might get... What? Leech Seed? What? They Terra Blast in Urshifu, which is perfect. Leech Seed? Who runs Leech Seed? Okay. Do I KO the Dragonite? With extreme speed? That looks really close. I feel like I'd miss a knockout potentially. If it's Leech Seed, do I think this is bulky? I think I extreme speed and I think I Aqua Jet here. I just don't know if you protect or not. I feel like I'd rather just Aqua Jet here. Let's see. They switch out to Dragonite, so whatever's coming is taking this combination, which is perfectly fine. That is the Glimmora. Okay. Toxic Spike's not going to matter too much anymore, so this is kind of okay. Let's see if they can knock out Urshifu. I kind of wish I did double up the... what's it called? The Ogerpon, but still probably acceptable. Leech Seed on the thing. Aqua just doesn't pick up the knockout though, which is kind of concerning. The T-Spikes don't really matter too much here. It's Hornleech. Okay, I thought it wouldn't be Woodhammer in this case. I was correct on that. All right, perfect. I think I win if I get rid of the Fire Ogerpon. So I'm going to actually go for the Extreme Speed and Aqua Jet combination into the Fire Ogerpon. Because if I get rid of Fire Ogerpon, I do win the game with Scizor, I think. They Spiky Shield actually with Glimmora. Maybe expecting the Extreme Speed there, which is actually perfect because I want to get rid of the Fire Ogerpon right here. So this is Extreme Speed coming out. Ooh, I don't know if Aqua Jet KOs. That's going to be really close. Oh, that just barely missed a knockout, but that's actually fine. Hornleech comes out in Urshifu. That picks up a knockout. Sure. All right. They're going to get quite a bit of recovery, though. They're going to get quite a bit of recovery. So Urshifu goes down. This end game is pretty concerning. If my Dragonite gets put in extreme speed range, I got to figure this out. I think I got to also read the Ogerpon if it goes for Spiky Shield. If it has it even. I don't know if it does. We're going on in Scizor. I think... Because Ogerpon does get access to Spiky Shield. I feel like they would Spiky Shield to just get the Spiky Shield damage and the Leech Seed health on my Dragonite, and then try to put my Dragonite range of extreme speed because they know they have the faster Dragonite. If they don't have Protect, this looks really silly. But I think... Actually, I do have a mid-ground, don't I? I Protect. I guess I could Protect here in extreme speed because the only way... Yeah, they do go for a Spiky Shield. This allows me to avoid the... Okay, they went for a double Spiky, which makes sense. I'm really glad they didn't get that double. But then again, they do have another chance of getting a double upcoming, and that's going to be pretty concerning. But we do get rid of the Glimmora, which is really good because that is... Now they're trapped in and locked in. The Ogerpon can't switch. It just used up its Spiky Shield this turn. So perfect. All right. I don't think I'm in extreme speed range from their Dragonite. Even if they're choice banded Dragonite, I'm pretty sure I'm going to survive just because they aren't the Terra Normal on their side. So I should be able to knock out Ogerpon here. I think it just comes down to do they get the double here? And Yeah, I probably could have played this endgame a little bit better with the Aqua Jet. They had some really clutch survivors though. That Ogerpon living the exchange speed plus Aqua Jet. I was a little bit curious because they had Leech Seed, which means they had some bulk, but oh, this is gonna come down really close here. Here comes the Dragonite. Also, if they have anything with Dragonite specifically, that screws me over here. But yeah, I am extreme speeding here. I am gonna go for the Bullet Punch into the Dragonite. If they don't have a fire move on Ogerpon, I guess that's like another win con I could have here, I suppose. But even then, it's like not looking super hot. I'd imagine you have Ivy Cudgel. Like, I just don't see a reason why you wouldn't have it. They do go for extreme speed, not even a double actually. So I really felt like they should have doubled, but all right, that ends up perfect. Extreme speed is able to knock out their Ogerpon. And now, because the Ogerpon's fainted, they don't have access to another Leech Seed round, which means my Dragonite's here to stay. A Bullet Punch from Life Orb Scizor. Almost able to knock out the Dragonite, but I have enough Pokemon to just take care of the Dragonite. There's no priority spread move that screws me over here, so... Oh! Definitely a unique team. Leech Seed Ogerpon. That's a new one. That's a new one. But it worked out. We were able to brute force a little bit. Could have played it a little bit better, I suppose. The Aqua Jets plus extreme speed weren't exactly getting the chaos. If I led my Xian Pao, I probably was in a better spot, I guess. But, you know, I wasn't too sure. It might have actually just happened the same turn one where they go for fake out Terra Blast into my Xian Pao, because I'm not going to Terra Ghost probably in that position, most likely. So maybe it would have worked out the same anyway, except I wouldn't have had to reveal. No Sinistra made it a lot easier. Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Water Ogerpon, Iron Hands, Amoonguss, and the Farigiraf. Okay, I'm a little bit scared of actually the Water Ogerpon, and the Farigiraf is actually pretty annoying for me because I actually don't have the best ways of breaking through. Like, they obviously have the Armor Tail, which means priority is going to be a lot harder. I don't have a defensive Terra on the Scizor. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Chi-Yu Flutter is definitely not an easy one. How am I breaking through that actually with the Giraffe? I guess I have to play mind games. I don't like doing that. Okay, how am I breaking through this? I do have multi-scale Dragonite, I guess. That can help out. I think I'm probably leading Dragonite here. Actually, can I lead Talonflame? Talonflame. Actually, Talonflame is pretty good here, right? Yeah, I do have Talonflame with Taunt. I guess that's actually going to be my way. I'm going to use Talonflame here. But there is the Iron Hands, which is kind of concerning. Do want to bring the Talonflame, though, because it is probably one of my best mons here. I can't really bring the Thundurus, unfortunately. Scizor's not bad here. Trying to figure out if Xian Pao is ever worth it, because I don't think it is. The coverage it provides is not really amazing. I think Talonflame plus Urshifu is probably like the best one with Scizor and the Dragonite in the back. This is gonna be tricky. If I can get... The problem is they have Water Ogerpon, they have Iron Hands is probably like one of the tougher, I think, mons for this team to handle, because I don't exactly have the best ways to really break through it with this team other than brute offense. But a lot of the brute offense comes from like just, you know, priority going for super strong attacks, but like can't really do that here in this matchup. We're gonna see the Water Ogerpon plus Chi, which is fine. Actually, this ends up being pretty good because I could actually Brave Bird here and go for a Surging Strikes here. So it would be forcing them to Terra. There's a lot of actually interesting implications here. I think I do want to... I could Tailwind Surging Strikes to Chi-Yu. You might be thinking this loses to Follow Me, but the thing is, if they follow me, I could be Brave Birding, potentially knocking out the Ogerpon, plus then Surging Strikes into Chi-Yu, and I would get a double knockout because unless their Chi-Yu can break through the Urshifu, I'd be in a really good position. I think I am actually just going to Tailwind, and I think I will just risk the Surging Strikes, actually. I don't think it's like too bad if I get this... It's not great if I get it wrong, but I don't think it's like the worst if I get this wrong. That's basically what I'm going to say. Chi-Yu could switch out. They do have defensive plays here, for sure. I just don't know if they actually will. We are going to see the switch out from Chi-Yu, so this makes sense here. The thing is, they have to worry about Brave Bird, so this might be like Iron Hands and Spiky Shield I could see. They actually go with Giraffe here. Oh, that makes sense because that prevents the Brave Bird. A little bit of a consideration here. It works out well for me, though, because I don't get like the worst possible plan of like me going for the Brave Bird here. That Surging Strikes is doing a lot less to the Giraffe than I would think. Is this Citrus Berry, or are you just going to go down to Surging Strikes later? It is Citrus Berry. Okay. That damage range looks pretty close. I think I'd get it with the next one. I'd probably get it with close combat always, but we'll see what they decide to do here. They go for Horn Leech into Urshifu. Okay. Makes sense. I'm gonna go for a taunt into... This could be Follow Me Trick Room. That's my only concern. Don't have the best answers to it currently. I guess I could taunt the giraffe and maybe go out into Scizor. And I think that's probably my best play here because I do want X Scizor pressure against the Water Ogre Pond. This could be Follow Me Trick Room, and if it's Follow Me Trick Room, it's not like awful, I suppose, because I get Scizor in and X Scizor probably does quite a bit here, so I wouldn't complain too much here. They do go for Follow Me, which makes a lot of sense. I can't Brave Bird that situation. I guess I could have Flare Up that's close combat, but I'd rather have Water Ogre Pond on the field than like the Chi-Yu under Trick Room while I have Tailwind and they just blow up everything while I can't stall it out. So we are going to see the Trick Room come out. Yep, that makes sense. So their Water Ogre Pond can't protect. They're most likely targeting down the Talonflame. I think this means I go out into Dragonite, and I think I just X Scizor the giraffe here. Because I'd want to avoid getting Ivy Cudgeled from the Water Ogre Pond. They could try to preserve it. I could definitely see them making a defensive play into like the Iron Hands, for example, here. So I'd rather just make this play of going for the X Scizor and Giraffe, because then I could actually go for strong priority moves throughout the later parts of this game. And even under Trick Room, like having that priority is going to really save me potentially. So we'll bring out the Dragonite here. Let's see. We see a Terra actually, which I'm a bit surprised by. Is this a Giraffe or is this a Water Ogre Pond? Because that means, oh, it is a Water Ogre Pond. All right. Which I'm a bit surprised about because they don't have the Terra unless they think I'm Terra go or make it defensive Terra with Talonflame. Unless they're going for the KO and a Scizor, which I don't know if they do. Oh, they definitely do, don't they? That is a helping hand from the Water Ogre Pond. That is an Ivy Cudgel. I'm hoping this is into the Scizor or not into Scizor. Actually, no, they did target down the Dragonite. That's so good for me. Okay. I was expecting the helping hand. I was like, okay, if they tear, I probably live this. I'm a little bit worried about a double up of Hyper Voice or Psychic, but that works out perfectly. Oh, that could have been awful. Okay. Chi-Yu? Oh, a Moongus. That's really defensive. All right. So I just stay in with the Dragonite, and I think I just click Outrage. Yeah, I think I just lock an Outrage here. They already Terra, so the Chi-Yu can't Terra. I got Brave Bird on Talonflame. Yeah, we have a pretty decent position, I think, for the most part. I'm going for the Outrage lock, and last turn Tailwind, a few turns of Trick Room. I do want some damage. Do I need damage? I have Brave Bird. No, I think I don't need any damage. I think I'm just going to protect. This might be Spore and a Dragonite and just Ivy Cudgel into the Scizor, which is kind of fine, I think, for the most part. I don't think I need Bullet Punch to clean up. I need Aqua Jet plus Brave Bird to clean up. Yeah, they Spored the Dragonite, which is fine, because they don't really have the best ways to break into Dragonite currently. Yeah, they Ivy Cudgel to Scizor. All right. So again, Scizor's not really super valuable in this matchup. At least I don't think it is. I mean, Bullet Punch could maybe come into play in a later part of a game. Tailwind Peers out, so I might be faster than an Ogre Pond now with Dragonite. I'm just going for a Bullet Punch into a Moongus, and I'm just going to go for Outrage because maybe the Bullet Punch... I think the Bullet Punch might guarantee I KO the Amoongus with like Brave Bird or like an Outrage with Choice Band afterwards. So let's see if it does. We're actually going to see the Ogre Pond switch out. If I wake up, this is super risky for them, so I'm actually a bit surprised. Chi-Yu comes out. All right. If I wake up, I mean, I guess they're going to gamble on this because they're not in a great position. Here comes the Bullet Punch right now. That's a lot of damage, actually. Wow, that is a good amount of damage. Spore going to come out, which is not too surprising, okay? And what, are they going to follow me and Heat Wave? I do wake up. Let's see who the Outrage targets. I do get a knockout here into Chi-Yu, looks like. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that is huge. That is their best answer to Dragonite. And that's the risk they took. They just, you know, they didn't get it. I think they could have Rage Powdered if they really wanted to. I think Rage Powder would have been decently safe, but yeah, ends up working out perfect. I guess it's not safe because if I'm like Sword Stance, I can pressure the Amoongus, but yeah, they were in a tough spot right here. I get to go for anything with, well, I'm locked in Outrage. I'm just gonna go for an X Scizor, I suppose, into the Amoongus, because once I get an Amoongus, I can focus on the Water Ogre Pond by itself. You're gonna go for Spore, which is kind of nice because I don't have to worry about confusion anymore, I suppose. I guess the end game's still going to be a little bit complicated, but we'll find out, I guess, together. Dragonite Sleep. Ivy Cudgel probably into Scizor, because I did do a lot of damage. Or maybe they're going to finally try to break through the Dragonite. They are going to target down the Scizor, okay? Yeah, Scizor able to tank it. Triggering returns to normal, perfect. Gonna Outrage, gonna go for a Bullet Punch. I'm gonna Bullet Punch. Do I want to Bullet Punch the Amoonguss? I could X Scizor again, I suppose. Actually, no, I am gonna X Scizor the Amoonguss. Because if they protect, that's fine. It doesn't change. Actually, no, that actually probably works out better because they can't protect the next turn if they take a knockdown to Scizor. So I'll take it. They go for Ivy Cudgel. They target down the Scizor. Okay, that's perfect. I get to bring in Talonflame next. Okay, Talonflame's in a really good spot too. Okay, wake up. Okay, second turn of sleep. That's fine. I do want to Terra my Talonflame because like there's no reason not to Terra Talonflame at this point in the game. I don't know. The recoil might KO me though with the combination of Ivy Cudgel. I guess we'll find out together. But like, there's no Terra that's gonna help me in the end game at this point. I go for a Brave Bird, Terra Ghost into the Amoonguss. Unless they're Cobra Berry, maybe I should have Flare Blitzed. I don't think. I mean, Cobra Berry and Aqua Berry are probably the same usage stat at this point. Like, not really existent at all in the format. So, should be all right? Question mark. I mean, if it is, I have to deal with it. Actually, if it is, it's actually kind of a big issue depending on like what the Amoonguss clicks this turn. They might go for a double protect though, and if they go for double protect, that should be fine as long as Talonflame survives, and I think it should survive a full HP if I Terra Ghosts right here. So let's see, because Talonflame's defense, it's not great, but it's not like horrendous. Oh, they go for Follow Me. Oh, they're going for Follow Me Spore. If I wake up here, they just lose the game, so we'll see. Brave Bird. Ogre Pond takes a lot. I mean, they have been gambling on sleep turns. Yeah, they just lose the game now because, yeah. I mean, even if I took 3 turns of sleep, I still, like, guaranteed a wake up. I guess then they have to rely on me going for Outrage. I mean, it's still a win con for them, right? So that's what they end up going for. I think, like, probably a double protect plus Ivy Cudgel might have been stronger here because you could have hoped for the Outrage targeting to Amoonguss. You could have hoped for the Brave Bird. I'm pretty much targeting Amoonguss. Because if you lose Amoonguss there, like if you lose one of your Pokemon, you just lose the game. So it's just like really difficult. I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. And yeah, that's going to be forfeited. The Follow Me just meant like if Dragonite wakes up there, I always get the Outrage target off and I get the Brave Bird target off, which I think you kind of had to gamble for a bit more luck at that case as a backup if I woke up. But yeah, able to pick up the win right there. Talonflame, good endgame. Good endgame. Scizor was pretty strong there. Was actually pretty impressed. Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Fluttermane, Murkrow, the Flamigo, and the Cresselia. This is an interesting team. This is Perish Dondozo, which is a strategy we haven't really seen previously, but for anyone who is new, Perish Dondozo means you go for Perish Song onto your Tatsugiri, and then while it's in the mouth, then you switch to Dondozo. The Tatsugiri goes in the mouth of the Dondozo, and once it faints, the Dondozo keeps its stat boost, and you can bring in a partner like Flamigo to copy the stat boost. This is... I have Heishi and Pal, actually. Wait, I have Heishi and Pal. I think I'm actually going to get to bring Thundurus here at least. Yeah, so I'm going to bring Thundurus. I think I bring Thundurus Scizor. It's really strong against them in general. Gonna bring the Xianpao in the back, and then probably Dragonite. Dragonite probably just brute forces his team afterward. This is actually gonna be really funny. Haze on the Xianpao for the Dondozo matchup. Love to see it. Haven't really had that encounter in so long because Haze is such a rare move. It's something you really don't encounter. Granted, this regulation did allow you to have better, like, it's better Haze mons. You get my Lodic and you get Empoleon now, which is pretty nice. Dusclops also gets Haze. Yeah. They lead Murkrow Tatsugiri against the Thundurus plus the Scizor. Cool. I'm going for Thunderbolt into the Murkrow, and I'm just going to go for a Bullet Punch also into Murkrow. Because this should just be Perish Song. Yep, they attacked with Tatsugiri. All right. Is this Taunt or something? Bullet Punch into the Murkrow. Gonna put in Thunderbolt range afterward. Yep. And I'm just gonna go hard Chien Pao and click Thunder Wave, and then I just haze, and I think I win the game. Like, it's a pretty simple strat here. It just works out really well. Oh, they go for Talon into Thundurus, which makes sense because they don't want the Dozo to get paralyzed, which granted is not going to change much just because I'm going to get a Thunderbolt off into Dundozo. I'm going to hard switch into the Chien Pao. If Thundurus goes down, it's not the worst. Yeah, this is going to be the Dundozo. And then they're going to go into a Commander. Trying to fake because I could also do a different rotation where I switch out the Thundurus, because Thundurus is like my best way of breaking into the Dozo, like ironically. So this might actually be a sack Scizor angle. Yeah, I might sack Scizor just so I have the, because it just allows me to break through the Dozo quicker. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a Chien Pao on the Thundurus slot, I think, and I'm just gonna X Scizor for chip, I suppose. This could be Rock Slide Dundozo. This could be like Demside with Substitute, which would be fine as well. I'm just going to Chien Pao because I have Haze. But let's see if they decide to Brute Force here. They go for a Terra. All right. So I guess the Thundurus is a lot more useless here, but all right. Gonna be what Terra? Terra Dragon. Yeah, that's not too surprising with like the high crit ratio Ivy Cudgels we just see. So Dundozo Terra. Now it's weak to Chien Pao. They go for a Substitute, which makes sense. Yep. Because if I switch out, I could Thunder Wave them later in the game. But this is actually perfect because I get the X Scizor. Should break the sub, I'd imagine. I would say it breaks the sub. Yep. Now I'm going to Haze. I'm probably just going to protect to stall out the Perish. And by me doing this, I'm just going to get Thundurus in. I click Haze and I click Leer. Ice Spitter into Dozo. They're not going to have a good time. Love facing the Dozo when I have Haze. Love it. I absolutely love it. Because Leer Ice Spit is going to KO the Dozo afterward. You love to see it. Like they don't know. Do they know? Yep. The villain music. The villain music. I'd be playing like villain music right now. Haze. Bye-bye, your Dundozo strategy. Love to see it. Like you really don't see Haze Chien Pao anymore. It's because you really want like the coverage moves it gets. Like it gets a really good Lash Out or Crunch. It gets obviously the Sacred Sword, which is super valuable. It's really hard to drop a move, but just ends up really working out here as I'm gonna Leer Ice Spinner. Battle's gonna be forfeit as we see. Yep. And yep. Love Haze Chien Pao just for that moment. All right, regular Arcanine, Fluttermane, Chien Pao, Dragonite, King Gambit, Iron Bundle. Definitely an interesting team for sure. How do I want to approach this? Regular Scizor is really unique here, huh? I would not have expected regular Scizor. So Thundurus Thunder Wave is pretty annoying for them. Talonflame doesn't do well in this matchup, unfortunately, because they just have priority extreme speed here. I think I do want to go Thundurus. Thundurus is really hard for their team to handle. I think like Thundurus or Shifu might be really strong here. Yeah, like Thundurus or Shifu is really good here. Then maybe like Scizor plus the Talon. Do I want Talonflame? No, I don't want Talonflame, right? I don't think I need it. Chien Pao doesn't really do much here. It kind of enables them too, which I don't really like. So I think I'm gonna go Scizor, so I have close combat pressure against King Gambit. And I'm gonna bring my Dragonite offensively. It's kind of weird because they have like, we have the obvious matchup with the Sword of Ruin stuff, and regular Arcanine is actually a little bit tricky. It really is, mainly because it's just partnered with Pokemon that can just threaten my Urshifu, and I don't really have a safe way of enabling my Urshifu other than Thunder Wave. So that's why I'm leading it with Thundurus, because I can Thunder Wave like the Fluttermane, for instance, that Surge Strikes it, depending on if it's not like Grass or Water Terra. But we'll see. This is definitely not going to be an easy one. We're going to see the combination of the Chien Pao Dragonite. So they're going full on the offense, which makes sense. We'll lead the Thundurus plus the Urshifu. I think I got to gamble here because this is extreme speed coming out most likely, and I just have no idea where it's going out into. I think I'd want to go into Scizor. Do I want Scizor taking so much damage? It is a win con. I might have to let Thundurus go down. I might have to. And I don't have a defensive play against this either. I think it's just a gamble right here. Yeah, I think I just got to go for Surging Strikes plus the Thunderbolt. And I'm just going to go straight for the damage. Maybe I should have Thunderbolted the Xianpao. They actually go for regular Extreme Speed in the Thundurus. I do survive, which is nice. And they went for Ice Spinner. So not coming into Terra in case I close combated, but it looks like we're trading Thundurus for Xianpao. I don't know how good of a trade that is. I guess we'll find that out in the later parts, but I'm okay with this right now at the moment. If I KO the Xianpao, which hopefully I do. It looks like I should, especially with Mystic Water, I'd imagine. So yeah, I do KO the Xianpao. Perfect. All right. So Iron Bundle is looking a little bit more problematic, but we'll find out if that's going to be the case later on, I suppose. Because I still have defensive Terras that I can absolutely go for. I'm going on to my own Dragonite because I don't think Scizor... Unless they go Flutter Mane here, which then I should have went into... Yeah, I should have went into it. Dang it. We're going to Dragonite. This should still be fine with multi-scale, I'd imagine. Huh. I'm going for my Terra. I'm going for Extreme Speed in a Dragonite. Should have went into Scizor. I should have thought about who to bring out, and Flutter Mane makes a lot of sense here. I think I got to go out into my own Scizor. Because if I protect, I lose a lot of momentum. Because then, like if they Extreme Speed Dazzling Gleam here, they get a knockout into my Dragonite the next turn with like Extreme Speed Dazzling Gleam. So I'm having to take the health anyway. And I might as well just pressure the Flutter Mane with Bullet Punch the next turn. Like Dragonite, I could still threaten the Flutter Mane with Bullet Punch. I might be able to threaten their Dragonite depending on if they're like how much damage they take from the Extreme Speed right here. So that might be a benefit. I'm just a bit worried. I also need Urshifu for Arcanine because if it is Arcanine in the back, I'd imagine it's Arcanine because Scizor is just so problematic for them. So we'll see. We will go for the Terra here. And go for the Terra Normal. Looks like they didn't Terra yet. Although we haven't seen the speed interactions yet. My Dragonite might just be faster than theirs, which I'd be kind of surprised by. Yeah, okay. They go for Extreme Speed. Perfect. As I go for my own Extreme Speed. They do have a faster Dragonite, which is not too surprising. Yeah, it is multi-scale on their Dragonite. They do go for Dazzling Gleam, which does a lot. Okay. I'm going for Extreme Speed, and I kind of want to close combat the Dragonite. Would it be crazy for me to close combat the Dragonite? Because Bullet Punch obviously is super obvious in the Flutter Mane. I feel like Arcanine is coming in, or they protect, but I think this might be Specs damage. And the only way to knock out my Dragonite, I think, is through the... Oh, wait, no, that was damage based on multi-scale. They can knock me out with just regular Extreme Speed. I should just Bullet Punched. Oh, dang it. They'd have no reason to Terra here, actually. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. I should have Bullet Punched. I mean, how much does this matter? Wait, what? They Terra? Where are they Terraing? Dragonite. There's no way that this play that I thought was pretty bad just worked out. They protect Flutter? They did not protect Flutter. Wow, that's aggressive. Maybe they thought they could win with Dragonite plus Arcanine endgame? Oh, this is going to be super close, I think, because I'm taking the single target Dazzling Gleam and the Life Orb chip. I do survive, but I think the question is it Arcanine in the back? And is there like oh my goodness, hold on. Okay. I get rid of Dragonite, which is really good. I don't get that. Like, I should have Bullet Punch. Maybe they thought I was inner focus and just a bulky one. I go out into Urshifu. I don't think I'm living in Extreme Speed though if it's Arcanine as last. Yeah, it's Arcanine in the back. Do they have Extreme Speed? That's going to be the question. Urshifu comes in. I just don't think I win unless they don't have Extreme Speed. And I just don't see why you wouldn't run Extreme Speed on this team. I had to double up the Flutter Mane in case they're bulky enough, but we'll find out. I'm actually surprised they didn't go Arcanine and just Extreme Speed there. I'm really surprised, but yeah, my play kind of worked out. I didn't expect them to play so aggressive with their Flutter Mane. It would have actually been amazing for me because I think I win the game if they do switch out an Arcanine as really defensive play, but it did not work out for me. Or the Flutter Mane slot at least, because they would have knocked me out with Terra Normal Extreme Speed for sure. So Yeah, I'm just surprised they played aggressive like that. Maybe they thought maybe they were just trying to cover Shifu coming back in. But even then, I would just get 2-shot by extreme speed. So again, I'm really surprised. Do they not have extreme speed? Oh, there's no way you don't have extreme speed. Yeah. If I was probably a bulky Scizor, maybe I had a better chance because I would take in the Gleams better plus extreme speed. But yeah, I don't think Aqua Jet crits knocking out a Fluttermane. Yeah, no shot. Okay. Plays kind of worked out, I suppose, but it was still really shaky. I do think that this was a really tough one here, though. Like regular Arcanine plus like answers to or Shifu. Like my Shifu was just pressure throughout like most of the set. I think the only way I would have actually won is by, I think if I did actually just bullet punch the Fluttermane, though, I think I did just win. But maybe they thought, okay, it's a bit too obvious, and maybe they wanted to like punish a sword stance. I suppose maybe that was their logic. Maybe they want to punish the sword stance. But even then, it was just tricky. All right, let's go over the games. In game 1, interesting team with me missing the knockouts barely, which wasn't great, but I was able to get the right calls on spiky shields with them not getting 2 spiky shields in a row to keep Dragonite alive for the Fire Ogre pawn, allowing Scizor in a good position against the Dragonite in the endgame. In game 2, lead wasn't great, but the switch into Dragonite was amazing, alongside some good RNG with sleep turns out outrage targets, specifically into the Chi-Yu, allowing me to win the game. In game 3, they went all in with Dundoza, only to get hazed by Shi and Pao, allowing me to win the game as they lost all their resources. In game 4, ironically, my play of close combating the Dragonite worked, but I wasn't expecting Fluttermane to stay in, as if I knocked out the Fluttermane, I think I would have been in a really strong endgame winning position, depending on the Arcanine moveset and speed tier. Overall, the team actually performed pretty well. I was pretty surprised and impressed by the Scizor. The Talonflame was able to put in work. And yeah, there was quite a few tools that I just really enjoyed using the team. I'm pretty interested to see how like it would handle like a lot of the Iron Hands plus the Landorus with Scarf and Intimidate, because it did seem like Iron Hands would give this team a lot of trouble. So something I would have definitely been interested in overall, but very fun team nonetheless. If you do want to check out the details of the team, you can check them out down below in the description. You can check out the rent code on your screen. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always. And thank you to Aidan for sharing the team.